Hello, guys. How is it going? It's me, Frankie. Francisco is just starting this video talking about like Champions League, the second game of Champions League who occurred last week, and we didn't have time to record anything. ZB is pretty busy recently, so we just discuss about it. And for these episodes, and also for probably this weekend for the Premier League, there will be only me. Hopefully, we will have him back soon. But for this episode, we just talk quickly about what happened last week during in the Champions League. So looking at the ranking, it's something. There are many things, like many teams actually surprised me. First of all, we have 6 teams with all winning, 2 games to win. Okay, some teams are there because they are really strong, like Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, PSG, Inter, even Arsenal. But there is somebody else like Karabakh. This team really surprised me. They have 2 wins and that's full 6 points. They won in Portugal, in Lisbon against Benfica, and they won the last one at home against Copenhagen, which is actually like same level team. Even I believed that Copenhagen was even better than Karabakh, but actually they won with a perfect 2-0. So no, with a clean sheet. So actually there it's pretty strong winning, considering that they probably will fight for a place at the playoffs. So, and that means a lot of money. After these 6 teams, there are 3 other teams with 4 points, which is Borussia Dortmund, Manchester City, and Tottenham. And then there are a bunch of teams with 3 points, and we are going to see specific matches, and actually a lot of surprises. I would like to start with a big surprise. It's the Liverpool. Liverpool, with my team, Liverpool didn't play well. They went to Istanbul and they played against Galatasaray. Actually, they played Liverpool 65-67% of ball possession, 16 total shoots, and only 4 on the target. It was Galatasaray didn't do a really good game, but at the end of the day they won. This quarter, their occasion was actually a penalty. Osimhen at the 16th minute. So Osimhen is a really good striker, but same problem that we had against Crystal Palace. Same problem we had before during the season. Even if we gather a lot of wins, but we start to see that there are a lot of limitations. So we are not really concrete, and I think we are still missing Isaac performances. Okay, he just arrived and he had to get used to the environment, the team members, and a lot of things. But we are losing points on the way, and we lost points on the way with Crystal Palace. We lost points on the way today, and we have to keep playing. We have to keep work hard. That's a loss, and it's fine. I mean, there are a lot of games, but we shouldn't considering that now we have other strong games coming up. So this is a big surprise. And other important win or games for me are about Tottenham. Even Tottenham didn't lose like Liverpool, but they got a point in Norway against Bodo Glimt. Bodo Glimt is a team who is always being in Europa League recently, and it's a pretty tough team. Plus, you have to consider that the condition there is pretty cold, the field, the environment, and actually they were winning 2-0 with a double score, and then like first Van der Ven, and at the end, at the 19th minutes, yeah, Gundersen like established the 2-2. So it's just at the end of the day, it's a good point, but I was actually not expecting these results neither. It's just like it's going to be a really tough game. It's going to be a really tough Champions League for many teams. Also Manchester City. So basically, I would say that all the English teams, except for Arsenal and Newcastle, okay, 3-on-5, had a lot of issues. Actually, Manchester City gathered a point in Monaco, in France. There was always the alien scoring, like 2 goals, Haaland, Erling. But still, like Monaco, we know that Monaco is always being like a really good team, especially in Champions League. They got to the Champions League finals in 2004 when Mourinho won with Porto. And they have actually a really good team, young team. They have also really good players. They had Eric Dyer coming in. They had Pogba, which is like still not getting the best conditions. So, and they have also Ansu Fati. So, and plus they have all the products from the youth team coming up. So, I every time I feel like Monaco is a really, really good team. So, let's see. And they got a point against Manchester City, so it was a really good achievement at the end of the day, considering also that they are a young team, they are developing, so, and they stopped this big team, so that's pretty good, pretty surprising. Another game, I don't know if I can consider it like a big surprise, but I don't know, because they are the champions, so PSG won in Barcelona, so I don't know if I can consider it a big surprise, but they did it at the end of the day. That was like, and Barcelona was winning thanks to Ferran Torres. He scored at the 20th minute, but then Mayulu, who was one of the scorers in the last Champions League finals, and Ramos at the end. PSG won at the 19th minute too at the end. But still, they won, so they got their 3 points, really important points. So I feel like Barcelona is still, they need still to try to establish an equilibrium. And I don't know, I feel like, okay, we all know about this kid, this wonder kid, Lamine Yamal, but the last appearances, the last things, there are too many shit outside the field, like girls, like celebration, even families. You know the story about like his mother organizing parties to meet him, but he's not present, and our parties where the people has to pay like $500, $600, or maybe $800 to participate. So they think that they're going to meet their idols, but nobody's there. So these kind of things, like these kind of events, come up, and I was kind of shocked. And his father too, is not a. I mean, it's not a well of intelligence. It's not a well of cleverness. It's not a like really intelligent person actually. By what he's saying every time, like, you have to be careful. This year we are going to win everything. I mean, like, who are you? And like pushing his son to appear like a god on the pick. Yeah, he's a great player. He's 18 years old. He has his whole career, but in the way they're pushing him, I don't feel like he is going to play until 30. And now he's starting to go out with different girls and stuff like that. So all this situation, I'm afraid, is going to ruin him. His attitude is wrong. Everybody's saying he has to train more. Even the coach is saying he has to train more. He has to be more part of the team. I feel like it's going to be it's going to be hard. So let's see. They need to find this kind of situation can influence all the teams. So I feel like they have to find out how to figure it out. but still, like losing against PSG is understandable. Okay, you are Barcelona. You are probably one of the two, three, four teams, best teams in the world. But still, like you are against the champions, so it's fine. It can happen. Uh, another game. Oh yeah, something that surprised me like negatively. I think it was just like Ajax. Everybody knows as everybody know Ajax is one of the best, historically is one of the best team in Europe, in the world, because it's a, it's a team full of talent. Every single time they like have a strong team, they won a lot of Champions League with Cruyff, with that Ajax, and then after with Van Gaal they won Champions League, and they always had. Even with Ten Hag, they reached the semi-final in 2018. So there was like there was so much talent, and every time like they are well known all around the world as like a really really good team, like a young strong team. So but this year they started really like now with the right foot. So even last game they lost. Okay, they were playing against Marseille in France. Marseille is a pretty good team. They have a good coach. They have a coach who wants to play, want to attack a lot. But still, they lost 4-0. And there was not a trace of play, actions. So at the end of the day, they just showed 2 times on target. So, and even if the possession was 50-50, you could see like the total strike like was like 13 for Ajax and only 2 on target, while for Marseille was 9 and 6, so more than 60%. That's a big difference. So, and actually I was not expecting something like that from a team like Ajax. That was like that surprised me negatively. Another surprise, like I would say, but yeah, it's Athletic Bilbao still like 0 points. Okay, they lost against Arsenal, and they lost also the last game, which is actually still surprised me. But it's still also the beginning, so let's see how it goes. They also lost against Borussia Dortmund, but still, Borussia Dortmund, who which is a good team, has always been a good team. In the last game, they did 4-4 in Turin against Juventus. And Juventus also drew this game like it was a draw, like tied this game like 2-2 in Villarreal in Spain. Villarreal still is a good team, but even in that occasion, Juventus has this kind of problem with defense because the best defender is still not in condition. Bremer is recovering from a bad injury that occurred last year, so he needs time. But this influence still like Juventus defense, and because the offensive line is perfect, like they have a lot of really good players, and even if they are new entries like David, like Openda, like Zagrova, they are really good players, but they still need time. But at the end of the day, I feel like even this draw was a waste of 2 points for Juventus. Inter is winning easily. Bayern Monaco won easily 5-1 in Paphos, this new team. And then even Real Madrid won against like this Kairat Almaty. Was like really far, just like and it was the first appearance for this team in Champions League. And Mbappe made like a hat-trick, then Camavinga and Brahim Diaz. So Real Madrid doesn't have a really big problem, but in general it's a team that doesn't have a problem in Champions League to reach at least the quarter semi-finals. So it's keeping the promises. Arsenal won 2-0 against Olympiacos. So it's okay. It's still the second game, but we can already start to see which teams are already there, which teams are on the top 8 to get directly, and there are a lot of question marks. Still, there are a lot of question marks about like which team will be part of this 8. We have like five teams. I believe they are already there, like Arsenal, Inter, PSG, Real Madrid, and Bayern. Then we have Bayern Munchen and Manchester United. There is this Karabakh at 6 points. We will see how can they still be there for how long. But then there is Newcastle. Newcastle won in Belgium against Roda Union. So 4-0. That was a clear winning. There is Atletico Madrid. We're still there. There is like a Barcelona, Liverpool. So it's going to be a tough. There is Chelsea. Chelsea won 1-0 against Benfica, against Mourinho, who is the new coach of Benfica. So it's a pretty open Champions League fight for the top 8 teams. So we will see how it goes. And then, we still have a lot of position for the other 16 teams who are going to fight for the pre-playoffs, access. So we'll see. It's a long competition. I feel like there will be a lot of to say about this, and I just want to say also about the people, the scorer. Like Mbappe is already leading the ranking for the scorers. Like Mbappe scored like 5 goals. Then there is Harry Kane. Then there is Gordon and the alien, Alan. So they are always the same players coming on. Like I feel there will be probably the situation will be clear in a couple of games. Probably after game 4, game 5, we will have a clearer situation about what the ranking will be. And after that, but we will describe all the game, each game. Besides, I hope you enjoying, and I hope you will see each other also for Champions League. Waiting for Zibi coming back. Today there will be also Chelsea Liverpool, so we are going to watch it, and hopefully we're going to win. Let's see. Finger crossed, and we'll see him crying next weekend. Besides that, have a good weekend, and see you soon, guys. Love you.